Hey pugs, it's Chini11 and I am back with a new video, which is an attempt of me trying to paint a background because that's one of my greatest weaknesses as an artist, and one of my art goals this 2019 is to get out of my comfort zone and try some more new things. So here I am painting a background, and I'm starting with a sketch over here. I used 1 point perspective for the picture, and of course I used a reference photo because I couldn't paint a background without any references, because my imagination is not that very good at when it comes to painting backgrounds. And so I drew a little forest walkway over here, and to start with the coloring, I just put a gradient over the picture, over their sketch, to give me a guide of how I wanted the picture to look like. And now I'm painting the ground over here. And one of the longest parts in this video was me painting the ground, because I was looking through all the brushes and I didn't know exactly what I should use. And frankly, I didn't know exactly what I was doing because I was just mixing a lot of colors, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was just going with the flow and, trying out brushes as I went on with the painting. But later on, you'll see how it turned out. And here I am painting the trees. I just used a random brush from the many brush options of Krita. And the program that I'm using right here is Krita. It's a free drawing program that's kinda similar to Photoshop, but I have Photoshop as well, though I'm not very used to using it, so I just use Krita instead. And for the trees, I just used the color black because that's what I saw in the reference photo. And yeah, I was just going with the flow because what I said earlier, I didn't know exactly what I was doing. So I just drew some branches here and there, and yeah. So after painting the trees, I played around with some effects to possibly make the trees brown, but I couldn't find a filter that made exactly that, so I just stuck with the black trees in the end. After giving up on the effects, I proceeded on making the highlights for the trees and the ground and everything in the picture. So I just used a very light yellow and put it on the edges of the trees, and on the ground I also put some highlights, because in the picture, in the reference photo, light was shining through the right side of the trees, and so I had to put on highlights on the edges of the trees. And after that, I put the light shining through the trees, and I just used a plain white color with a brush that I also picked randomly, because I am not very familiar with the brushes on Krita, so I just continue picking random brushes. And after I put the highlights, I just put some spots of leaves on the trees to make it a bit more realistic, with 2 shades of green, one light and one very dark green. And I just put spots of it on the trees and the tree branches, and I also put some little bushes by the side of the trees. And then after that, I put some more highlights in between to make the light more prominent on the right side. And then I put some shadows on the ground, shadows of the trees, so that it would look more realistic. And in the last part, I am just putting some more details to make it more realistic. And here's the end result. I'm sort of proud of myself for finishing a finished piece of a background, but I'm not exactly satisfied with it, because I could have done better, because the whole picture looks kind of blurry. But tell me what your thoughts are about the finished piece, and if you have any advice on how to paint backgrounds more realistically, please tell me in the comments, so we can all help each other. And yeah, that's all. Thank you so much for watching this video and for sticking with me to the end, and that's all for now. See you in my next video, and my next videos are probably gonna be some more going out of my comfort zone type of videos, so please stay put for that. Please wait for those videos, and that's all. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.